Hey guys, what's going on today? This is Dal Su, and today's a special day because we're starting a new series on the Banner Saga. This is at the request of one of my favorite subscribers, Dead Inside, so big shout out to him. Thank you for recommending this game. I did play it a bit when it came out. I never got really into it, and that is not the fault of the game. I think that was more my fault because this is kind of a game that has to be appreciated for like its reward, if that makes any sense. It's not an instant gratification kind of game. So you might look at this game as kind of like a novel versus a Netflix TV show, right? Which is the FPS shooter or whatever. The Netflix TV show gives you instant gratification, keeps you hooked by, poking at your dopamine or whatever it is. But a game like this is incredible art, incredible writing, incredible storytelling, long-term decision making, things like that are really rewarding in the end. But well, I mean, I assume they are. The little bit I played, I could just tell. This is going to be the kind of game that needs to be slowly appreciated like a fine wine and not just gobbled up. So I'm very excited to be playing. I think if this goes well, I'm going to also do the Banner Saga 2 and just make it one long series. So I hope you guys will join us for that. It is a game that does involve some reading, so those of you who don't enjoy reading, you're going to just be probably displeased and a little bored. But for those of you who enjoy a good story and want to join and enjoy it with me and with the channel, then welcome. So let's go ahead and start. It, like I said, is text-based a lot. There also is going to be some narration, for which I'll try my best to just shut up. Yeah, you're going to play different characters from different perspectives. It's got kind of a long, epic story, and I'll read you this part. The parts that are text-based, I'll probably read out loud, and then the parts that are voiced over, I'll just try to be quiet for. The gods are dead. In their wake, man and giant survive through a tenuous alliance, driving black destroyers called Dredge deep into the northern wastes. Now is an era of growth and trade. Life goes on. Only one thing has stopped. The sun. So yeah, it's very cold because the sun has apparently stopped. Really lovely art in this game. Very excited to dive in. Yeah, the drawing is just amazing. Alright, we're going to have a bit of voice narration here.
It has been several long months on the road. The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand, largest of the trade cities on the Val-human borders, and our last collection before returning to the capital. Several days ago, the sun simply came to a stop in the sky. Though during these long winter days, none of us can be certain how long it has been this way. Some of the men in the caravan have taken it as a dire omen. I am not quick to superstition, but I myself will be glad to be done with this year's rounds. We have been warned by stranded travelers about brigands on the path through Ridgehorn, our road home. Our captain seems unconcerned. Perhaps he is as eager as I to be done here. We will rest here this day and inquire further when we speak to the governor.
Okay, so now we're going to have like a short tutorial fight. Just going to introduce the basic concepts of the game. Yeah, we are this race of giants, or at least we are for the moment. We will play as humans. But for right now, we are this horned giants, so we're about to bust up in this meat hall. Like the Kool-Aid man here. There we go. And we're going to have ourselves a little fight. Okay. So I'll just tell you what I know. This is also going to be a little bit of a tutorial, but here we have armor. This is our strength. This is our willpower, exertion. I kind of forget what that is. This is how much armor we can break and how many abilities we have, I think. Or how well our abilities function. Yeah, it goes from your character to enemy, your character to enemy usually. And yeah, the giants fill 4 instead of 1. So I'm going to be able to kill him, I think. Yeah, so he's got 5 life. He's also got 4 armor, which means he's going to block 4 damage. But thankfully, since I have 9 strength, I'm still going to do 5, right? That's how it works. You subtract the armor from your strength when you attack, and that's how much damage you do, which lowers his health. Your health is also your damage, which is a real interesting mechanic. Yep. And you can read this if you want. It's just the kind of basic mechanics of the game. Alright, he's down. Now we're gonna get a little experience. Renown is the experience. So next up is the enemy, and he's going to probably hit me, but I have, wait, I have only 1 armor. Am I interpreting that right? I don't know. We'll see. Well, he only did 1 damage, okay. Now I'm gonna move my Warhawk, and I can actually move him to here, as the game suggests, by using 2 willpower. You can see I have 8 willpower. I can use 2 to move 2 tiles further, so your willpower lets you do special things. Now you also have some special abilities. I assume his is, yeah, okay, so this is going to be Tempest, which is going to slam multiple enemies at once. Yeah, it says normal strength damage to 2 adjacent enemies, starting from target and going clockwise, okay? So you're going to want to click on him, right? No? This would be clockwise? Well, the game's telling me to do this, so I'll do it. Okay, that didn't seem clockwise to me, but yeah, it seemed like counterclockwise. Anyway, when there's only 1 enemy left, you get to move more. That's called pillage. There are no more guaranteed turns, right? Yeah, he gains willpower if he rests, so I can rest. Right, I'm gonna have to finish him off with a little extra willpower. Stabby, stabby, and we're all good. Okay, so that's the tutorial mission. Fairly straightforward. And I got some experience. Okay.
Like a rabid wolf, that one. How did it come to this? We fool ourselves believing that peace will last. My grandfather built all this from a poor fishing village, you know. He watched the gods die, watched the chaos that followed, watched man and var slaughter each other, even before the dreads arose. All we've done is traded one struggle for another. Now that there are no more dreads to war against, we war against ourselves. This chieftain meant to kill me, and he's not the first. 12 families in the city would gladly take my chair. This one had men waylaying merchants, both north and south of the city, strangling trade, quite well, I would add, though he denied it to his lust. This sort of wolf doesn't stop biting because the head is cut off, it just grows a new head. I am in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight, and I'll gladly send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any men you need. They're loyal, I promise you that. They will meet you down in the proving grounds.
So I've got to help the king. That's apparently the way the plot starts. Only the sun has stopped. Everything else keeps going. Okay. Familiar man, eh? Right, this is Eric, steward of Strand. I manage the governor's business. Okay. I'm Ubin, apparently. Remember the quill, I believe that is kind of how you identify this guy. You can actually zoom in, I didn't know that. Okay, so yes, I'm Ubin. I'll be friendly, I suppose. The governor tells me you'll be giving us a hand. Well, I mean, I didn't exactly agree, but there's no need to be a dick about it. Let me just ask what they have in mind. Scaffoldings that you didn't hack up in the Great Hall scattered after you took out their chieftain. Scalfings. The governor just wants to make sure they stay down. Was hoping you'd join me at the marketplace by the docks. If there's anyone left to worry about, I know who can tell us. Okay, so we're going to go down to the docks and talk to the seer or whatever, I think. Just show you the interface here. This is our experience. This is some information about our morale and how many fighters we have, and this is supplies, okay? That's going to be important once we start moving around. Not super important yet. Let me handle this. You meander through rows of open-faced houses and eroded stalls. Colored canvases flap in the on a briny current. One man in particular blanches as you approach. Had, I'm not in the mood today. Who's Had? Or what? Oh, okay. Talking to an idiot. Damn! Thug life. The Scalfing's chieftain bled out an hour ago, Had. So when you tell me what rat anus the rest of them crawled back into, nobody's going to try to kill you this time. So he's on their side. They don't talk to me. Do I intervene and ask Eric if he needs help? Do I say I don't have the patience? Let's just see how this plays out, shall we? Eric overturns his flimsy table, scattering Had's assortment of junk across the ground. Gods! Eric, laying it on a bit heavy, don't you think? Where are the Scalfings? Noblemen up by East Wall, but that was months ago, last I know. Had skulks away with a wave of Eric's hand, gathering things from his hovel, disappearing for a while until this blows over, you figure. Your bodyguard steps forward. Who's my bodyguard? Oh, Gunnulf is my bodyguard. Are we done here? Gunnulf, were you wearing green back at the Great Hall? No, just bought them while you were walking around. Why? They look good. I ought to be nice to this guy who's my bodyguard. I'm glad you care. So the giants are now complimenting each other on their fashion sensibilities. Gunnulf goes off to look at more stalls. Yeah, shop till you drop, bud. Eric, that man of yours seems unreliable at best. So we're talking about Had, right? A blind dog wouldn't trust Had, but he used to be Scalfing. If they're licking their wounds, they probably go into old haunts. Haunts, not new ones. Nobleman is a mead hall? Best I can tell, the name's ironic. I'd like some mead. Listen, I know a guy who would love to put a few of these skulls in the ground. I'm going to find him. I'll meet you there. Hey, pub sounds great. After this, I'm done here. Where is this place again? Shouldn't we have an approach of some sort? I'll just ask where it is. I don't need to trouble with details. Nobleman is halfway up the hill towards the Great Hall. You won't miss it. Just make sure the governor remembers his promise. Double the usual tithe. Okay. Yeah, I'll remind him. Okay, so as long as I get my money, but I'm also interested in maybe a frothy pint of your finest mead. So let's travel to the mead house. You arrive in front of what must be noblemen. A few minutes later, Eric appears with a weather-beaten man introduced as Volgard. I'll point them out, Eric says over his shoulder. Ready? Let's get it out. I mean, yeah, let's bust up in there and fight. This is Volgard, okay. That's the spirit, says Volgard. Okay, here we go. So we're going to have a fight. Valgard boots the front door open so hard it won't close again without repair. As you enter the hall, Eric is already at the head of a table, his axe drawn. Wide-eyed, drunken Scalfings scramble to find their own weapons, turning tables and mead steins in the process. Okay, so now we're going to fight these drunk fools. Shouldn't be too hard. A lot of them, though. Jeez. Click on a unit to deploy them. Right. So we've got 4 guys. We've got this guy, this giant. Why don't we put him, like, over here? It seems the mass of guys are kind of over in this direction, so probably do something like this. I don't really know what their special abilities are and how they can be used. I don't want him too far off to the side. I mean, I guess that seems fine. We're just kind of getting started on this, so I'm not sure exactly what the best tactics are. It's going to be butchery. Okay, 5-8, 7-8, 7-8, 5-8, 6-6, 5-8, and there's another one. Jeez, there's a lot of these guys. What is that, 7? 7 versus 4? I mean, my stats are better, clearly, and I have special abilities, but... so if I move here, they're just going to come attack me. This guy's first. Who's this guy? Well, that doesn't really tell me whether... Okay, so it is this guy. Okay, so it's this middle guy who's going to come at me first. So I don't really know what the best move is here. What's this ability do? Adds 1 armor to allies and himself while adjacent to the ally. Okay. Blocks 3 damage per hit, but only 1 round. Okay, well we can move up together and then maybe do that. But if we move here, we're gonna get attacked. See, I don't really know what the best strategy is in this case, but why don't we move him like kind of off to the side since he's a weak little human. We'll end the turn there. That means he can't reach me, so I'm comfortable with that. I can reach him. I am 9-8, and he is 5-8. If I go hit him with my 8, that's going to be just 3 damage. What's my special ability with Eric? I don't think he has a special ability, does he? Right, light steps. That's this one. It says light step. Okay, so you can move to allies. All right, rally gives 2 well. Okay, so I was reading it wrong. All right, we could just whack him. I think that's probably what we should do. 3 damage is 3 damage. We could use our willpower to severely damage him. We have 7 out of 5. We might as well do that. Alright, so that guy's not much of a threat. I am going to get hit by this guy, though. For 2. The giant's not going to be able to help us. But he will move forward so he can get involved. I want to see what this special ability is. Getting hit triggers a counterattack for 1 armor damage. That's pretty nice. He's going to shield. We're not going to be able to do anything with this guy, unfortunately. Not this turn, anyway. Okay. So, who's moving next? That guy. So he's going to hit my giant for sure. Then that guy. So why don't we, with that in mind, why don't we come... I don't know. You might want to come back over this way. I like that idea. It's going to cost two willpower, but we'll get away from that hit. Alright, we've still got 6 damage. But we can't do much. Let's hold on. I'm trying to get out of him. Alright, so we can rally, or we can just move. We'll probably move. Otherwise, we are definitely going to take damage from somebody. From this guy. We can't do any damage to him. Then it's going to be this guy. I think we can get away with just breaking his armor down a little bit, so we can kill him before he gets a chance. Alright, that guy did a special attack apparently, but I got a retaliation on his armor. Who's next? It's going to be you, then it's going to be you. So this guy's not so dangerous. This guy's kind of dangerous. Let's see if we can kill him, but I don't think we can actually... get there. No, we can't get there because we're too big. I think I want to hit... This guy's going to move, then this guy's going to move. Then this guy. I mean this guy. And then this guy. Let's hit this guy. I think that works the best. What's my special ability? Only 1 damage? Because he's got such high armor. Have to take down his armor first, I guess. We got 15 on this guy. This guy's going to bring the pain here. He's got Tempests. He's going to move there and do Tempests. Yeah, that was money. Alright, that guy's going to take a little armor off me. This guy can do quite a bit of damage. Who's moving next? What enemy? This guy. He's actually quite dangerous. I'd like to hit him, I think. Yeah, we can actually kill him. So that's great. Alright. This guy still is the last major threat, so let's hit him first. I'm gonna do full damage I can to him. I don't want to deal with that shit. Now he can only do 3, so he can't get past my armor. Alright, who's moving next? Gonna be you. I can't do anything about that with this guy, really. This guy's pretty dangerous. Let's knock him down a bit, but he won't be so dangerous. Alright. So I think we're fine now, really. We could do Tempest again. You have to use willpower for Tempest? Apparently you do. Yep. Alright, we're all good now. We can just, like, finish up. Pillage! Yeah, you're screwed, dude. Alright. So, successful fight. That was the first real fight. So, we get some renown. Yeah, Gunolf is promoted because he kicks ass with his damn Tempest. And there we go. There they are. Gods be damned. I've got to go wash off this blood. Eric is looking out the hall's window into the bay. A fleet of longships approaches with sails of bold reds and blues. One banner I know well, Vognir. Next for Varl, kingship last we spoke. The other flag looks important. Yeah, important guests. See what I deal with all day long? Ah, things make a little more sense. You hoped I'd have a stake in saying everything's fine here when the royal guest arrived. Not me, the governor. Now I have to make sure there are no rotting bodies or pools of entrails still in the Great Hall before they come by. Yeah, that'd be good. Can I ask one more favor? Damn! If you happen to stall our guests down at the docks, I wouldn't object. Maybe I will. Okay. Eric and Volgard hustle from the mead house. To his credit, Eric tosses the barkeep a spar of silver for the mess. You give an apologetic shrug and go to greet the new arrivals on the docks. Okay. So I think I'm going to just save here and do a cut in the video. I look forward to this series, though. Really love the art and the storytelling, and the combat's okay too. It's not like revolutionary or anything, but it's pretty cool, and it's cool enough to carry the story for sure. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode.